excited to be here in Chris's Facebook group. Oh, sorry, it's a little bright. Okay, happy Halloween, you guys. I'm super excited to be here today. I know it's kind of bad timing. You might be out trick-or-treating or giving out candy to trick-or-treaters, so I'm sorry if you're busy, but you can come and watch this later. And I'm also sorry that I was about 2 minutes late. I just got home from work and now I can't wait to talk to you guys. Hi, Krista! Just super excited to share with you guys today all about how to find Facebook groups filled with your potential clients and introduce yourself to them. So today we have a little mini lesson, plus at the end there will be a challenge. Oh, I know. I didn't even think of it either till just now. Like, obviously people are probably busy, but I still want to share this with you, and I'm sure everybody can catch the replay. Alright, so let's get started. If you see me glancing down, I'm just looking at my little index cards because I am not very good at speaking without notes, so that is why I'll be looking down. So if you guys don't know me, my name is Miranda Namias. I am a business blogger at mirandanamias.com. I specialize in client acquisition and systemization, and I'm super passionate about helping other online service providers systematize their business, get organized, and I love to help mentor aspiring VAs. So I'm a VA and a VA mentor. I do a little bit of both. So why I'm here today is because I'm actually launching a new course all about how to make 4 figures at least a month in Facebook groups by joining ones filled with your potential clients, subtly marketing yourself to them, but mostly it's all about building real relationships and connections with people or even friends that you find online, and ultimately that will be able to lead to a 4-figure monthly income. And it's all by using Facebook groups. It's super fun, and I'm just really excited to share you guys a little piece of the course today with this lesson. So, 2 things that I talk about in my course that we're going to go over today is how to find Facebook groups to join. Obviously that might be one of the very first steps. And how to introduce yourself properly. I do feel like sometimes that gets overrated. You know, you join a group and you just immediately start commenting and interacting, and you skip that crucial introduction part of joining Facebook groups. So we're really going to talk about the importance of that today. And don't forget to stick around till the end. We're going to have a challenge for you this week to take on with Facebook groups. So the first step is how to find Facebook groups to join. This advice that I have for you today and in my course is primarily for B2B businesses, and if you don't know what that means, it's basically, oh, Christy, you've never introduced yourself. Do you introduce yourself to members of your group? Because I like didn't think of that either until recently with my own group, and I started like letting people introduce themselves and then introducing myself back as the group leader, and I find that that's like a really good connection you can make with your Facebook group members as well. So maybe you can start with that first before you start introducing yourself in other Facebook groups. So B2B is so sorry, I keep getting interrupted. B2B is if you're a business owner and you're selling towards other business owners. So that's primarily who this advice is for, but you can kind of take little bits and pieces of it and turn it around a little bit and make it work for B2C, which is a business to a consumer, so somebody who is not a business owner. Or even if you're just a blogger and are interested in building up your page views and growing your email list, this is also going to be really great advice for you. I always like get out of breath when I do Facebook Lives because I get too excited. So today we're going to be talking about how to find a group in your niche. I already wrote a really detailed post about this actually on McKinsey's blog, Moms Make Sense. So if you want to go and read that post and see my tutorial on that, that's at bit.ly/findfacebookgroups, all one word. So, but we're going to talk a little bit more about it here today. So the most important thing is to find groups with your potential customers in there, and you want to limit the competition as well. So you want to try to join groups that are filled with potential customers, but that maybe don't have a bunch of other service providers that are in your same market trying to market to them as well, because that's just going to be too much competition. So I'm going to use Krista for an example, actually. So if I was Krista and I had my coded creative themes, which are super, super cute, what I would do is I would try to kind of niche down those themes. I think that those themes are honestly perfect for like so many different kinds of bloggers and business owners, but when you're trying to join Facebook groups, you want to kind of gear yourself towards a specific audience. And this doesn't mean that, you know, your product needs to be necessarily geared towards just one person, but try to market yourself in one group specifically towards that type of people. So I guess what I'm trying to say is maybe I want to niche myself down as Krista to, I'm going to sell my theme specifically to bloggers. And then you want to even go a step further where, you know, maybe I'm going to niche it down into mom bloggers, or I could do food bloggers or fashion bloggers. So what she would do is, because her themes work for any type of blogger, really. I mean, they're feminine, and so, you know, you might want to gear towards girls, but she's going to join a group that's specific to, say, mom bloggers. And when she's in that group, she's going to give advice and build relationships specifically around that mom blogger theme, and get a reputation as a good helper in the mom blogger community. And then those customers will be able to see that her themes will work for them, even if, you know, her whole business isn't geared towards mom bloggers. She could still join a mom blogger group and market herself in that group specifically towards that audience. Thank you. So the key here is to find a group that includes potential clients, but not a lot of other people selling your same service. This is one of the biggest mistakes that I see people do when they're trying to market themselves in Facebook groups, is that they join a group like Blog and Biz BFFs. Now, I have to admit, it's one of my favorite Facebook groups because I really, really like Melissa Griffin, and I love that community. But when you join that group, and if you're a B2B business owner, you're competing with like literally 20,000 other business owners who are also trying to market themselves towards business owners. So that can be a great community to join, and you might get lucky here and there finding customers in that group, but it's not going to be the greatest way to market yourself in a Facebook group because there's so much competition. It gets a little overwhelming, and there are so many people, and you really want to try to niche down and try to find an area where, you know, you have those potential clients that are either business owners or consumers, but there's not like literally 5,000 other web designers that are trying to sell themes towards business owners. So ultimately, you want to kind of try out different niches as you're figuring out your business, especially if you're just getting started. You might not always know right out of the gate what your ultimate niche is going to be. So you might want to join a couple different groups. Join that mom blogger group, join that fashion blogger group, and try to build relationships with those people and see through those Facebook groups who is ultimately going to be your perfect customer. It's such a great way to figure out what your niche is going to be, where you're going to shine, and who you really like working with as well. So next, we want to talk about how to introduce yourself once you've joined a group. So I actually have a freebie about this. It's called the Facebook Group Introductory Post Blueprint, which shows exactly how to introduce yourself to the group, to your new group that you've joined, and it gives some templates, and it's just a really great resource. So if you want to download that, it's at bit.ly FBGroupBlueprint, all one word. So once you've joined a new group, you usually have the option from the owner of the group to introduce yourself. Usually this will happen in one of two ways. You can either start your own thread introducing yourself, or they will introduce a new group of people in a post, and you will have the option to comment in that thread and introduce yourself to the other members. Either way, this is a great way to introduce yourself to new people, and there's a couple of different benefits for introducing yourself. What I've noticed from owning my own Facebook group is that, I'll introduce like 20 new members into the group. I'll say, welcome, welcome everybody. And like 4 people will respond and introduce themselves. And if you really want to take advantage of your Facebook groups, don't just join and either forget about it or join and immediately jump in and start commenting. You want to make sure to introduce yourself and really take advantage of that opportunity, because it's a really great opportunity. And like I said, it has a couple of different benefits. You're going to be able to familiarize the other group members with yourself and your business. You're going to say, hey, I'm Miranda, I blog about this over here, and you're introducing yourself. It's good to learn what everybody else does. If you just go straight into commenting, they might not even realize what you do. So you also get to tell them what you do in your business and who you help. So if you specifically say like, hey, I'm Krista, I'm an awesome theme designer for WordPress, and I help with website maintenance and web design, and I really like helping X people. Like, you want to describe who your ideal client is, so that if your ideal client is actually reading it, they'll go, oh my gosh, this person is perfect for me. I want to make a connection with her. I want to be friends with Krista because she's clearly meant for me. So, sometimes this is against the rules, but if you read the rules and it's fine and the person is allowing you to introduce yourself fully, you can also leave your URL in the introduction. So try to pick like an awesome freebie that you have or something like that. Don't just send them to your website. Be like, hey, I'm Krista and I have this great ebook of WordPress tips, I don't know. And because I really like helping people with WordPress, you might find this ebook interesting. You should go ahead and download it if you want WordPress tips. So try to send them somewhere and get them to interact with you on your website as well. You really want to take advantage of this opportunity to also show off your personality. Be unique, be quirky, be you, be funny, be however you are, because that's just going to attract your ideal clients even more and allows you to show them who you are. They're going to get to know you, get to like you, and that's just like, thank you, Amber. The last thing that introducing yourself is really great is because it also allows you to interact with other members one-on-one in the comment section. This is like another huge thing that people just pass by all the time. So if you're allowed to introduce yourself in a brand new thread, this is like the best opportunity ever. So try to leave like a question or some kind of leading thought in your introduction and get those comments coming in. So start building those relationships in the comment sections. When somebody replies and answers your question, reply back to them and reply back to all the other people. And the more you do that, the more you're starting to build those relationships and really make the most of that introduction. And plus, the more comments and likes and comment replies that you get on your introduction, the higher it's going to go up in the group discussion thread, and the more people are going to see your post and start interacting with you even more. So there's like a million different reasons why finding Facebook groups filled with your potential clients and then going ahead and doing that second really important step of introducing yourself is a super great idea, and it's the building block of how to find your potential clients and build relationships with them in Facebook groups and ultimately book out your services and make a 4-figure monthly income. So this week's challenge is find a new Facebook group that you haven't joined before, or maybe if you just joined one very, very recently. Using those tips that, you want to try to find a group that has a lot of potential clients but limited competition. And once you've been accepted into that group, introduce yourself, and introduce yourself strategically. Make use of that one chance you ever get to use the link. Make use of the comment section, ask questions, and show off your personality. And that is what you guys are going to do this week. I'm super excited, and if you guys want, I hope that you'll take a screenshot of your brand new introduction and share it with me so that I can see what an awesome job you did. Alright, so I'm going to go. I have a Halloween party. I'm going to be Little Red Riding Hood, and I hope you guys have an awesome Halloween as well. Thank you, Krista. And thank you, Krista, so much for allowing me to do this. I love, love, love this group. I love you guys, and I really enjoyed talking with you tonight, and I hope that you got a lot out of it. Again, I'm Miranda Namias. Happy Halloween!